Hi, Don. Well, I think you're bringing up a rhetorical issue here because, yeah, I agree with you. Everything is natural in that sense. Okay, everything is natural. Human beings being a part of our environment, that's natural. It's like when people say, I hate chemicals in my food. Well, your food is made of chemicals. You like biochemicals in there, I'm pretty sure about that. But someone that says they don't like chemicals in their food is talking about unnecessary chemical additives. And if they really mean all chemicals, then they just don't understand the language. This is a perfect example of a purely semantic argument, okay? We know what they mean. They have to justify the distinctions a little different because since everything is chemical. But there is a distinction there that they're trying to identify. And it's the same thing with human tests versus natural tests, because human tests can have a lot of illusion in them. They can make us think that there are particular ramifications that aren't really there. They can make us think that that human rules of behavior that just happen to be, that are incidental, are somehow fundamentally part of nature that we have to respect as such. And we don't. It's different. Now, you say kids are really good at noticing the difference. Well, no, I think kids may be trying to do that, and kids have a tendency, but it's beat out of them. So you might say the kids have this tendency, but it's trained out of them. But I mean, think about this. I mean, kids are raised, for example, with theism, and it's stuffed into the soft spot of their brain. And they grow up thinking that these rules that they really learn from socialization are like fundamental rules of nature, that some sky daddy is going to punish them for these things, just as if they made a decision against the law of nature, just as if they were breaking a law of nature, if they wanted something for nothing, free energy, whatever it is that they want that breaks the law of nature. They can be trained with socially in order to believe that something is as inviolable as the laws of nature. And the laws of man are not. There's a lot more variability. And so there's a distinction there between the kind of tests you get from other people, where there's an intentional creation of the test, and a more natural test. If there's some vital resource on the other side of a river that my village needs to get to survive, then we could be tested by nature. Will we get a bridge in time? Will we get the materials out? Will we use the materials in time to build the shelter that we're planning to build, that, which is why we need the resources or whatever. That's a natural test. Whereas to jumping through some hoop for a powerful human being may seem similar, because maybe our life does indeed depend on that. But it's still also very different, and you should take those tests differently. It's not the same as a test of nature where, hey, you really need that food in time or you'll starve because you need the food to survive. It'll be more like a human being artificially producing that. Like they have food, but they create a shortage, or they create a crisis for you to react to. And if you really take that as a law of nature and react to that crisis as though it was an act of God, weather or something that created it, you'll simply be very efficiently manipulated by those people. So I say there's a very strong distinction available. It's a very important distinction. It has nothing to do with the semantics of the fact that, yes, in one sense of natural, everything is natural. All tests, therefore, would be coming from the natural world. But some of these natural tests are really involve the intentionality of other human beings, and we really better put those in their own category. Cheers.